why is personal branding so important? It's the thing that defines us as us. And I think, having grown up in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and seeing kids nowadays, like there's this whole thing of like, we have to like the same things, we have to do the same things, and that's what connects us together. But it doesn't make us individuals. And when we get into work and business, it is about how do we stand out? How do we be our best selves and love what we're doing, love who we're helping? And the only way to do that is to understand your own personal brand, the things that make you unique, including the things that you struggle with, the shadow side, the wounds. Like, those are all important to who we are and how we overcome them, not bypassing them, not pretending they don't exist or blaming them on somebody else, but to truly own who we are. And it's those wounds, it's our shadow selves that forge who we can become. And so often, parents, friends, family, religious organizations, they don't want you to stand out. They want you to be like everybody else, because then you're easy to control, because they can feed this fear of like, oh, if you don't fit in, your safety is at risk. But there's safety at risk by being just like everybody else, instead of owning the true potential of who you are. And that's what I bring forth in the Forge. Looking at all the different aspects of who you are from multiple different angles, looking for the patterns of like, you may not know this about yourself, but this is who you are. And I'll give you an example from my own self. Like, I never would have thought that I was really good at strategy, of like, being able to think things through into the future, and being able to make a decision in the now that is going to be beneficial for the future. I knew like I was good at relationship building and other things, but like my chart shows that I'm practical, I have some strategy, and maybe it's not like the same strategy like other strategic thinkers, but it's my form of strategy. And so being able to own that and go to work or in my own business to help people strategically see, why you want to do something, or why you need to change this pattern, or even to be able to see, and this is, the healing aspect, because my program has two parts. It's, here's the strategy, here's the base information, but then here's the healing. How do you work through like the shadow sides of you that no matter what I'm trying to do, I'm struggling with this. And so, being able to, within that, ask you questions and help you get to the truth. Help you get to, see gaslighting as gaslighting, instead of it being, instead of owning like that false information as truth. You can say that really, you're right, that's not who I am. That's not the truth. I don't have to carry that burden anymore. I can be free, and I can be myself, and I can shine, and I can, be prosperous and abundant and alive and love life and, be understood, or even to be okay with people not understanding you. That's the beautiful thing, that we all get to be perfect individuals, but yet collective and collaborative, and putting all these pieces, like we're supposed to be individual parts that form a whole. That is like the true essence of the source, not the religious concept of God, but like the source, the everythingness. And that's what the Forge is about, forging you to be the best version of yourself and to fucking love your life, because there's enough darkness in the world, and the only way to overcome it is to be the light. And that's, they talk about the spark of God is within all of us, our breath, like that spark. It needs to start shining. That's the only way to clear out all this other shit. So, message me, ask me questions about the Forge, look into it, because it's powerful.